Hi guys. Okay, let's review the trade for today. Today there's not much to cover. I overslept today. As you could imagine, simply because I was a little bit bothered by what happened last night. I mean yesterday. I slept it off and I woke up a little bit later than usual. So, which that being said, that means I missed out on a couple of alerts. I'm it was a small loss for today, which I'm not really excited about, but at the same time it's not it's not another drama. All right, so let's get into it real quick. As you could see, the day started with SER at 6:27. Obviously I was sleeping back then, and so I missed it. But let's see what it did at 6:27. Okay. 6:28. Right, where is it? Right here. So as you could see, received the alert right here, made a micro pullback and reach higher. So that could have been a good trade, but I'm not sure if I would have taken it. Simply because I promised myself to stay away from the same mistake that I did yesterday, and one of those mistakes was trading the backside of the move. So over here, for example, okay, it was not totally on the backside of the move. So yeah, it looks like he was trying to do another push higher. So maybe I would have traded, but obviously it's very easy to say in hindsight. I would have to be in the moment to see how well I did, but just by looking at it, I have a feeling that I would probably have taken that trade, because it was holding up. It was holding up really, really good. Or maybe I would not have taken it because it looks like the move started in after hours yesterday. Let me see. Yeah, the move started in after hours yesterday and gave all the gains and trying to push a little higher. This morning, was a little bit choppy. Yeah, I'm not sure, but anyhow, this was the alert. If I don't think I would have traded it. Yeah, I would have avoided it. It's not a bad setup, but it's simply because it's not the fresh go of the move. So usually that would cause you to have to face a lot of people that have already bought in the previous move, and then they're probably gonna try to dump on you when you trying to buy and push the stock higher. Anyway, so that was the first alert for this morning. The second alert was on DCX at 719. Let's see what happened there. DCX right here. Let's go all the way to 720 right here. Okay, that one would have been a better setup. As you could see, the move I received the alert right at the beginning of the move, which is a good sign. A little bit of headwind right here with a lot of selling, but it's proving that it wants to stay. It wants to hold the gains, put low here, trying to push, pulls back. So maybe I would have bought over here. So that would be the ideal area to buy, or maybe here. But nonetheless, that would have been a good trade on DCX for today. The next couple of ones, I'm not gonna cover them because they are 8 o'clock alert. I already explained why I'm not covering them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can refer to a previous video. So Duo, we're not gonna cover. VTIX, I'm not gonna cover. AZI, I'm not gonna cover. MBIO, I'm not gonna cover. ROLR, I'm not covering. So the next covering would be on GCTK. Let's see what happened on GCTK at 8:01. I know it's only 1 minute difference, but trust me, it makes a difference sometimes. Just to be consistent. So 8 o'clock right here. As you can see, that one went straight up from what? from 360 to all the way to $6. It would have been a little bit hard to trade, but maybe it would have given us a micro pullback right here with that bottoming tail. You know, maybe. I don't know. I would have to be in the moment to see. But that would have been a profitable trade. With the alert came at 423 and the stock went all the way to $6. So that would have been a good trade for today. Next one is XHLD. Some of these names, some of these tickers, they are very familiar because they've been trending for days now. But let's take a look at XHLD. Alert received at 8:29, so let's go to 8:30. 1 second. So 8:30 right here. That one was it would have been a profitable trade, but you would have to be extremely quick because from the moment I received the alert right here, the next candle went from $3 all the way to $4.50. You would have been really quick to take that trade. I'm not sure if this would have worked. Yeah, but I mean, in theory, this is another amazing alert. And yeah, that's what happened with XHLD. The next one is DRMA. When DRMA came in, I was awake. I believe I woke up like around 9:15. So I received the alert on DRMA, but I did not trade it. Let's see what happened on DRMA right here. Exactly around 9:33. And this is the time of usually alert that came right a little bit after 9:30. I love those alerts because they usually end up really well. But my problem with that one was there was no volume. This was the alert right here. And I was waiting for, buyers to step up, but nobody showed up to that party. So I said, I'm just going to leave it alone. Obviously, it went a little high all the way to $3, but the alert was $2.85. It's only 15 cents, so there was no range on it. So I think I made a good decision by leaving this one alone. The next one was BATL, another familiar name. BATL came on my screen at 11:04, so we're gonna look for 11:05. Let's see. It would be right here. So right here, actually right here. Yeah, you could technically see that it's already made a move because it's all the way up right here. But at the same time, it looked like he was trying to claim the level, which could be tempting if we look at the bigger picture over here. Let me see again. So over here, that would be the curve back up, but I probably wouldn't trade it. Obviously, it went sideways for a little bit to consolidate and then push higher with a small little breakout. So 492 to 558, that could have been a good trade, but I'm not sure I would have taken it. It's not obvious enough. The volume is lighter. So except for that candle right here, maybe. That candle right here with 300,000 shares. So maybe I would have taken that one. Let's see how it behave over here. So right here, we claim the high, pulls back, trying to push higher, pulls back right. Yeah, maybe I would have taken it right here. So if I had it on my watch list after the alert, so yeah, maybe I would consider trading it right here. Yeah. But like I said, all is good in hindsight. And yeah, it's a cup and handle formation. So maybe, yeah. All right. Anyway, so that was BATL. That would have been another good trade. Obviously, the loss from yesterday still messed up with my brain. I have to get a few trades, very, very small basics to get my confidence back because as you can see, I'm doubting all the setup that I probably would have taken if I was more, comfortable on my mind right now. So anyway, so the next one was on feed. Feed, I don't understand, but Feed was the mover for today, but I only received the alert on it after the fact. Let's see. Oh, I didn't have to do that. I could have just, yeah. So I received the alert like around 11:22. So let's look for 11:23, which would be right here. Obviously, as you could see, it was a good alert, a profitable trade, a lot of opportunity to buy here with higher lows. Very, 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 very good setup. But I don't think I would have taken it just because, well, I didn't take it because I was away. Just because to me, it already made the move and there's no guarantee it's going to push higher. So if I had received the alert over here on that area, then yes. But over there, for some reason, I received the alert only after that the stock has exploded. Again, FEED, another familiar name. So most of these names that I received today were alerted, prior, like either yesterday or the day before yesterday. Next one is DXST. Let's close this. Hold on. Why I don't have the XST right here? Did I cover the XXT? Oh, it looks like I missed that one. All right, let's take a look at it. I missed that one. So DXST. That's weird. Right here. So alert came at 12:21. So we're gonna look for 12:23. 12:22, sorry. Very choppy. So yeah, definitely a no. No volume. It looks like it's just barcoding, so we don't have time for that. So maybe I looked at it and then I just left it alone. That's probably what happened because I don't remember. Then where these alerts came from? I'm seeing a lot of alerts that I didn't see early. Oh, maybe I went back to sleep. Oh my God. Yeah, maybe I went back to sleep and I miss on all these. So that means I'm covering all these. I'm looking at these stocks for the first time, to be honest with you. So let's see. What is the next one? Let's go back. Next one is GNPX. Search right here. So that alert came at 125. So let's look for 126. Right here. Yeah, that would have been a losing trade. Oh my God, that is very ugly. I'm happy I was sleeping because I was. Oh no, I would. Nah, look, it's all the way on the top. So yeah, I would be crazy. Well, it would be crazy to take a trade like that all the way on the top. So the move is already happened all the way from here. So I said no. Why is the system giving me alert when the move already happened? Let me see. Maybe, yeah, the move started on lighter volume. I see what's going on. That's probably because the market is cold. So the moves now, instead of starting at a certain threshold when it comes to volume and liquidity, they start on lighter volume. And by the time people get really, really, really aggressive, then the move already happened, and then sellers just take over. So maybe that could be a shit because the market is cooling down a little bit. Last week was extremely hot, but now it's cooling down. EGG. Right here, 336. Well, we're gonna be looking for 337. Right here, pops up on low volume probably. All right, the volume was good, but just sold off, so it didn't work out. That would have been a no. As you can see, a lot of pop and drop in the market. So that was all for the market session until 4:30. Until 4 o'clock. Now, for the after hours, so I received an alert like around 4:35 p.m. And remember what I said about after hours alert. They usually work really well because the bot is not gonna give me something that is not appealing. But like I said, it's a lot of pop and drop in the market today. So let's take a look and see what happened on NUWE. NUWE right here. Like 435. What happened at 435 right here? Squeeze up and immediately reverse. Like that's, if there was another name for, if there was a name for something worse than a jackknife, that's what we would have called that one. That was like, look at this. This is horrible. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that got crushed on that. But this is just nasty. Look at that. There's no way. Anyway, next one was VIVS not too long ago. Right now, what time it is? It's 6 o'clock. So we received that alert like around 5:10 p.m. VIVS. Let's see what happened on that one. That one I was watching it. I was very tempted to take it, but I did not take it just because I felt like, of course, the move already happened. So it's pulling back over here, and I receive an alert. So it looks like it's gonna be an inverted head and shoulder pattern, which is a very good pattern. But the reason why I didn't take it is because I don't want to take any too risky trade right now. And my problem with that one, although I'm usually comfortable trading that kind of pattern, but right now I'm focusing on trading the front side of the move, and I don't think this is not the front side of the move. It already made a high. And second reason is all this selling right here, they're gonna be a problem, and they're gonna stop the stock from pushing higher. As you can see, even if you had a good entry right here or here, you know, at 275, you wouldn't be able, well, yeah, maybe over here you could have made some money from what? From 275 to 3. Yeah, maybe there was a trade there. And if I had taken that trade over here, it would have been 276 from 296. So yeah, it would have worked, but I didn't take it. So yeah, that pattern would have worked. I didn't take it. So on those two after hour alert, one of them would have worked. And it looks like that one is still holding at what? It's still holding at 275. Anyway, so this was my alert for today. I did not cover which stock I traded, and I'm pretty sure I traded a stock today, but I don't remember. Yeah, that's how the range I was this morning. Was it which stock that I traded today? Anyway, let's open Robinhood. And obviously, I lost on it. Not by a lot, but very small loss, tolerable. Account balance right now is showing 65. Yesterday, I believe it was 66 or 67. So I'm down like $2. Let's check real quick. Realize. Yeah, $2.69. So there it is right here, $2.69. And the stock that I traded DCX. We're gonna go back to DCX and see where did I trade it at. So I bought it what time? 10:02. I bought it at 10:02 and I sold it at 10:05. So very, very short-lived trade. So that tells you something that I was managing my risk on that one. So DCX, why did decided to take that trade? Let's go to 10:02. 10:02 right here. Very choppy at the open. So I just took that trade, but I shouldn't have taken it because the moves already happened, like I said. But for some reason, I decided to give it a stab. I think that he was trying to hold right here with a head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulder pattern like the other one. And I took a trade right here and I was risking that low right here at 415. I remember perfectly. I said to myself, like, if it goes at 414, then I'm gonna be out. And guess what? Similar things happened today. So there's a couple of things that I did correct. Before I enter the trade, I already had my stop loss figured out. That's good. The second thing that I did well was as soon as it reached that stop loss level, I immediately went out. So that was good. The only two mistakes that I did is the first mistake is the trade was profitable at some point, so I could have taken some gains right here. So remember, I'm trying to get 20 cents out of the market every day whenever possible. So I bought it right here, right? It was at 427. Yeah, I bought it at 427. So I was looking, well, my average was 426. So I was looking for 446 and it gave me 447 right here. So if I had placed my order waiting on the ask, I would have, the trade would have worked, but I was waiting for a push so that I can sell in the strength, but it didn't happen. It just tapped the level and then just went back. It tried again over here. That was another opportunity for me to sell, and I did not. I'm not too bummed about it, but when it failed right here with a topping tail, I should have got out. I should have got out, but I'm not too bothered about that. That's something that I can practice on. And obviously I sold right here. As soon as it reached 414, then I sold, which is good, which is very, very good. So trying to avoid the same mistake. And if I had held it, I would have been able to sell right here probably, but it's not a gain. Oh, look at that. Oh, it went all the way to $5. So the trade would have worked. It was just choppy and my timing was off. So I had the right idea, but the stock was, it was a little bit heavy. So I took a loss on it with $2 and what? $2.69. All right, so let's update the scoreboard. So that we can see what's going on with my metrics. All right, so $2.69. So the stock was DCX. DCX and minus $2.69. Boom. All right, let's see where we at now. Well, that definitely helped my metrics a little bit, even if it was a loss. Just so it's gonna bring my average loss down, which is a good thing. That means I manage my risk at least. Okay. And why it brought my average all the way to $4? That doesn't make sense. Maybe I have to review that calculation. There's no way my average loss is $4. Let's check it real quick. Are you sure? Oh. Okay, I made a mistake. I probably replace, where is the big loss from here? Let me close that file because it looks like I messed up on it. So where is GREE? Where is the trade on GREE? I made a mistake. So back. Yeah, where's, okay, so that was supposed to be GREE. Let me put GREE right here. So yeah, that didn't make sense. RI, boom. So, okay, grid is back. Okay, makes more sense now. Now I have to go here and put DCX. DCX. And we're gonna do minus, what's minus? $2.69. Boom. All right, let's see. All right, that's more like it. Okay, brought my average to $26. Average winning stays the same. Average loss now is $26. Win rate is still 50%. Risk reward 0.67. Still on a losing track. Equity is $65. Obviously, that's what I have. And my P&L is I'm down $34.86. And with those numbers, my projection on 100 trade would be, I'll be down $435.75. All right, so yeah, that's where we at. So obviously I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trade, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 losers. I have 4 losers and 4 winners, but my losers outweigh my winners far by really far. That's why my numbers are not good. Anyway, so this was the update on the scorecard. All right, so I have something that I need to talk about. I'm gonna make some change. I'm gonna switch from Robinhood to Webull, and there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one is I love the Robinhood platform and the app, but it's not tailored toward day traders. It's more like something that for swing trades or somebody that want to take a couple of trades. But for somebody that is actively day trading, that platform is not there yet. Maybe they're going there because they have the Robinhood Legend. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff going on, and I love day charts. The charts are amazing, but it's not something that you could use for day trade. And the only reason, like, you might be asking, for example, then if I knew that, why did I decide to do to start the challenge, the Nano account challenge on the Robinhood? Well, it was very simple. I needed a fresh start because I cannot open another account with Webull. The account that I have, every time I open it, so I have to face all this loss that I've been incurring, and I didn't want to have that on my face every day. For now, I wanted to have like a fresh start, but it doesn't make sense too much right now because sometimes I try to take I believe a couple of days ago I tried to take live trades on Robinhood, and now it was like a nightmare, so I couldn't navigate through it. So for those reasons, and there's another reason. The other reason is for somebody that doesn't know, I don't want people to think that I'm using Robinhood and this is this is what day traders are supposed to be using. So for somebody that been involved in the stock market for that many years, I know a little bit better than that, even if I'm not profitable yet, but I know the right tools. I have a good idea and understanding with the right tools to use, and maybe in the future Robinhood would have been that platform that we can use for active day trading, but as of today it is not. So I'm gonna take the money that I have right now on Robinhood, and I'm gonna put it in my Webull account starting tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll take the same trades. I'll have the same scorecard and scoreboard, but the trades I'm gonna take them directly in Webull, and I'm gonna leave the account at exactly the same amount. So tomorrow my account on Webull will have exactly $65.12. The only reason why I can't do it today is I have to wait for the funds to settle. I have a little bit of money, of course, you've seen that because I've been trading on it, but I'm going to transfer those money I'm gonna transfer like most of that money to my other account on Webull, which is a margin account. And then for the cash account, I'm gonna leave only $65.12 so that I can day trade. And that money that is on Robinhood, I'm gonna transfer it back to my account. So, okay, and then I'm gonna continue the challenge. All right, so this is where we at. So again, day trading is risky. If you're not ready, if you cannot afford to lose money, do not day trade. With that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.